Are you tired of overthinking and you often get stuck in your head and you just like, I just don't know how to get out of this? I want to share 7 tips that were helpful for me as an overthinker and help you to be free. My name is Vergia Davidson. I'm a mental health consultant. I help managers to keep top performers happy at work. Welcome to Strive Effect. Let's talk about it. The first lesson I've learned is I need to stop analyzing and just start doing. Because if we get stuck in this paralysis of thought, we won't do anything. So it's not about it being perfect, it's just about you using the momentum from the action to actually help you to move forward. And when you focus on the steps that you've taken, it helps you to want to keep on going. So that's a trick that I learned many years ago. And even if I'm terrified, I will walk like this, but I'll get moving. The second lesson I learned, and it was a challenge, it's you're not that special. We need to shatter the illusion that the world revolves around you. So in psychology, it's that spotlight effect. That's what we call it. And it's thinking that everyone is thinking and analyzing you and it's all about you. But the reality is it's not. People have busy lives. People have so many things going on. And it's not that, Vergia is at the top of their mind and every day they wake up, they're thinking about Vergia, all the wrong things Vergia is going to do. No, life doesn't happen like that. So one way I've learned to overcome that is just reminding myself that I'm really not the center of everyone's world. And yes, I'm feeling this, but if I'm feeling this, I can check. And the more I check, it gives me confidence to say, maybe what I'm thinking isn't always true. The third lesson I've learned is comparison is a killjoy. I can't say I fully learned it. I'm still working on it, but it's something where it just kind of creeps up every now and then. For example, I know as an ambitious person, I want to strive. I want to be the best I can be. I want this, I want that. And sometimes when you see other people doing that, it could hurt. It could feel like I'm not at the place I should be. Maybe something is wrong with me. And trust me, I always had like a long laundry list of things. But what's really helpful is to understand and to focus on the journey. And I've definitely tapped on the shoulders of mentors, close friends, people that are really valuable to me to help me to realign and refocus and remember what you see is not always what's behind the scene. So life isn't like an Instagram story. You know, you see those pictures of vacations or maybe those famous holiday pictures. You have no idea what the person's life is. So if you take the time to criticize yourself and to really just pound yourself down, you're actually robbing yourself of the joy of the journey and learning from it rather than just being in self-pity mode. So the self-pity doesn't really help anyone. So if you notice that you keep on comparing yourself, ask yourself, all right, do I know the entire picture of this? Okay, maybe I'm not where I want to be, but is there something I can work on? Is there a skill that I can do? Is there a lesson that I'm not learning? If we approach life like that, it makes it a lot more easy to get out. But mind you, comparison, whenever you get into that trap, it just zaps your joy. Tip number 5, the lesson is challenge those negative thoughts. And if you've listened to some of my videos, I always talk about that, the power of challenging those thoughts. Did you know that your thoughts aren't always true? It's important not to treat them like facts because where do thoughts come from? They come from our experiences, they come from what we see on TV, they come from things that we've heard, and some things don't even belong to us. So if we literally take every thought as truth, we're gonna get in a lot of trouble. So I would say if you do notice yourself doing that, ask yourself, is this the entire story? Am I looking from a negative perspective? What would someone else say if I had a friend? If I was trying to help someone else, how would I encourage them? All right, is there something that I need to work on? These questions can help you move away from those thoughts. The other lesson I've learned, and this is one also I'm still learning and it's still a challenge for me, is let go of the outcome. Focus on the process. I recently went through something that really shook me where I thought I had something. I thought something was going to happen. I thought it was like a guarantee. I put lots of energy in it and it just didn't work out. And it was really devastating. And I was like, okay, what's going on? Maybe I need to reassess myself. Why am I not getting those things that I need? Why am I not winning? Why am I not this? And I literally went down into a rabbit hole. And if you've been in a rabbit hole, you know what it's like. It's like this black zone, this tunnel vision, and everything is like just not good. And I was reminded of this lesson. Why am I tying my identity to the outcome? Because I can have all these things, but it doesn't define me. And what are the things that you believe about yourself? Because whatever you believe about yourself, that's going to come out. So I had to realign, think about what do I believe, what is truth, what is lies, and then also realize that just because I might not be performing the way I think I should, despite my best effort, it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean I'm a failure. It just means it's a part of the process. And if I can look at that as a learning opportunity, it's a win, because I could take those opportunities that didn't work in my favor and actually turn something good out of it. And in the land of business, sometimes we can take our mistakes, sometimes we can take something that, we've put a lot of energy in and we can profit outside of it, right? So it's not always a bad thing. So this is a lesson, just like the other one I mentioned, it's a work in progress. And the last lesson I'll share is live in the moment. As an overthinker, it's so quick to just skip past the present and think of all the wrong things and the possibilities that could happen. And to the point where sometimes I'm not even enjoying the moment. So a lesson I've learned is to slow myself down. What is it that I'm grateful for in this moment? What am I learning about in this moment? The more I'm intentional about this present moment, the better I will feel. I'm not saying everything is going to be, all hunky-dory and there's not going to be issues, but if we learn to focus on the here and now, then, a year later, we won't be like, oh my gosh, I wish I took an opportunity. I wish I did that. So be intentional. And a while ago, I learned to live with the mantra, no regrets. So if there's something that I think and I think it's a good idea, I'll try it. Doesn't always mean it will actually happen. If it's safe, if it's something that, it's a good idea, I'll do it. So then when I look back, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done that. But more like, I tried it, it didn't work. Maybe it's just not the timing. Maybe another situation it might work. And if you notice that, all right, I am overthinking and I'm trying all these tips, Vergia, and it's really not working, I would strongly encourage you to talk to a friend, a mental health professional, to help you understand what is the deeper reason behind why you're overthinking. Why is it that your brain is in hyper alert? And a lot of times it's because of something. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience to look at things from a different perspective. I hope these tips were helpful. Be sure to be sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time.